Friday, 28 May, 5 p.m. Next Monday's a holiday, Memorial Day, and then we start shooting Tuesday. So hopefully everything's been accomplished that needs to be accomplished with stores and such, businesses, before we start filming Monday. So I still am going to have some more hours to put in. Had a great camera prep with my AC Brandon Rip. I'm excited for him to be on board. Great filmmaker. And some more good news, Bashes came back, so we got permission and approvals from Bashes to film there. Last year I was told no, but for a good reason, because COVID was going on, and so lots of crazy things. So it was great to recircle and them to support that. We've sold our movies from previous films. We've sold DVDs in their stores for a long time. So great to kind of build on that relationship. That'll be a great place. We're going to be able to have a good little window of time to shoot. Other stuff, trying to get permission to do some filming on a highway, so trying to get connected to who's the right person to speak with and all of that. I went and looked at another location where we'll probably shoot the apartment scene. So that'll be nice. Found a place for one of the crew members that's coming in out of town to stay, so we don't have to rent a motel. Cheapest motel we found was like $75 a night, but you do that times 15, 16 days, it adds up, where a friend of ours that we're able to get him for $100 a week, which is amazing, and so that'll help a ton so he can get down here. And I put a post on Facebook about that. I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 weeks ago, but a friend of mine called this morning and said they had a place that they, kind of a mother-in-law suite sort of, add on its own entrance and things. So I thought that would be a good option. I went over there and it works great. So it's a good win for everybody. I love those scenarios. And then just continuing to try to rearrange the schedule, to work with actors' schedules to fit it in what days we're filming. And our crazy old Bob character, who was originally in the script, was going to be in some swimming scenes, and I changed those out to get a background character because of budget, where we wouldn't have to pay the actor and background extra to come out for an hour or two and swim. Would be better on our budget. But our actor was like, hey, I want to swim in those scenes, and he didn't know originally that old Bob was part of those scenes, and so he said, hey, I'll come out and just do it, my donation to the film. And so we're getting him, and he'll probably end up getting a few more lines in the movie because he's there, and it makes sense for him to kind of play in with some of the other characters that we see him in other scenes. So that was a nice gift from one of our actors already to come and do that. So kind of get that more original piece back. I had a phone call, about a 30-minute phone call with Percy. She wanted to add a little bit more onto the end of the film. My first initial thoughts were like, oh, I don't want to add any more because of all the other things that have to happen with, we've got to rewrite this, change some script, and then there's lengthening the scene, all this. But I listened to her. She actually recorded what she was thinking, and I watched that, and I really like it. She kind of went, so if we were at 1, she went maybe to a 5, and I think from her, what she shared, I think if we bring it back to like a 2 or 3 from where it was to where she was saying to where I think it should be, I think it feels pretty good. And so I like the contribution that she suggested, and it really doesn't change anything other than we have a little bit more of stuff to grab when we're there, but it's kind of the same shots we were going to get anyway, and so it's nothing bigger to that. Bigger added on to what we're trying to do there. Had to request another certificate of insurance. Insurance company's been great, just able to write those out and get them back to me pretty quick. We are waiting on one for filming in San Diego still. I guess there was something special about that one that had to be added, so waiting to get that done. Yeah, got to order another hard drive for camera stuff. Just there's so much more to do. I mean, you see the lists of notes on my desk and all the emails and stuff that's been back and forth, and then making sure the things that have happened, I've got to get that documented, get it in the system so it's there, so we know who the contact person is for all these different locations. And so when I'm not the one having to stop rolling the camera and walk over and pull it up, oh yeah, here's the next location's phone number and their name, and all of that stuff is easy accessible to our AD and also our associate producer, who Spencer's going to step up, and also the associate producer, who's my son Spencer, is going to play that role, and kind of give them that chance to have that information at their fingertips where they can handle those things without interrupting the filmmaking process of us keeping stuff going, so we're getting out and nobody's getting overtime and all those other producer concerns that can be taken care of while filmmaking is still happening, with all those resources standing there and the equipment and everything. So good progress. Again, I've got to get talent releases all ready, deal memos with cast and crew, and then move on from there. So more progress, still a long ways to go, and we're down to really 3 days. One day's a Sunday, one day's a holiday, and then we start shooting. So ideally I'd love to be able to just take Sunday completely off and keep the Sabbath day holy. So I'm working hard to get to that point. So another day. Want to be a filmmaker, this is the day you're gonna have to sometimes just put your head down and start weeding the entire field of weeds that need to be picked and all the other stuff that needs to happen. So but we're close. We're very, very close. So that's that drive, that motivation to keep going. So continue the journey.